Hi, I'm Tom That Dog Guy, and this is a 101 on how to train your dog using look, look, look as the example behavior. So when I first train a dog, I think of it that you get +1 point for every successful repetition and -5 for every unsuccessful one. So for example, every time I say sit and my dog sits, +1 point. Every time I say sit and my dog doesn't sit, -5 points. So when I start out, I don't just start saying sit, sit, sit and hope my dog gets it right. I lure the behavior to ensure I only get plus points. So using look, look, look as the example, I want my dog to look at a particular point on the ground. So I would show them the treat and I would lure them to doing that. Good. And when they do the behavior, I mark it with my reward mark good and deliver my reinforcement, my treat. Good. When I feel that I can make them do that every time, then and only then do I start putting it on cue. What that means is I'll start saying my cue word, i.e. sit or look, look, look in this case, a quarter of a second before I make the behavior happen. So I know I'm going to make the behavior happen. Look, look, look. Good. Look, look, look. Good. When I feel I can get them to do that every time, I then want to start moving to what we call a variable schedule of reinforcement. This means that sometimes I treat, sometimes I don't, but I still always say my reward mark good. This is really important because one means you can get to move away from treating, but two, it means that this behavior is maintained and kept stronger. It's a bit like gambling. You want to get the person hooked to begin with by letting them win lots, but then you want them to win some of the time and not win some of the time so they're addicted. So for example, look, 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 good, but I didn't treat that time. Look, 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 good, but I didn't treat that time. Look, 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 good, but I treated that time. When I'm training, I also think of surfing. When you learn to surf, you pop up on the beach, then you do a little wave, a bigger wave, and a bigger wave, and eventually a massive wave. If you go straight from the beach to a massive wave, you drown and you learn nothing. So thinking of that in terms of training, I would want to start in, say, my kitchen, a place with no distractions when I first start to teach it, and I might want to start really close to the dog. So for example, look, 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 good, that's my little wave. But eventually I can start to build up to bigger waves. Look, 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 good. Or an even bigger wave. Look, 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 good. Until such time I could do a massive wave and my dog is doing a look, look, look from halfway across the park with lots of other dogs going around. But I don't want to increase any of these criteria too quickly or too many at a time. So for example, if I then start working with distractions, other dogs over there, I might work close again. Look, 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 good. And then eventually if I'm working with distance and I'm using a really long distance, I might want no distractions to begin with until I eventually put them all together. Now, where this is really useful is the kind of golden rule of dog training, I think, is reinforce what you like, ignore what you don't like. If you can't ignore it, ask for an alternative behavior. So if the only alternative behavior you have is look, 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 then that's what you use. So for example, you don't want your dog running off and all you've got is look, 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 good, and they've come towards you. Your dog's jumped up on the sofa and they won't get off. Look, 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 they've just jumped off the sofa. Your dog's running and jumping up at your granny or stealing food off the counter. Look, 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 good, and they've come towards you here. You haven't yet taught to drop it and they're running off with your socks. You could go, look, 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 good, and then they've dropped the socks so you can then go and take them away. So yeah, it's a really useful behavior to have, and that is essentially a 101 on how to train your